Okay, on density. I hope you guys are doing well, and it's good to see you again. So this is about density. It talks about how packed in the matter is into a volume. So if you look at these little pads that float on water, because they are less dense overall than the water beneath them. So they are lighter in density. They're a smaller number for density than water. Water's density of 1 gram per cubic or 1 gram per milliliter. That's the definition for water and its density. And that's its property. So we're going to talk about how to measure density. So these lily pads have a smaller number. They're less than 1 gram per cubic centimeter because they float on top of water. So the smaller the number, the more it will float. The bigger number, the more it will sink. So what determines the density of something? So density is this relationship, this ratio. So I need you guys to know this one. Density is the mass of something, how many grams it has, divided by its size, its volume. So we're going to use this. So for example, these are all three things have 10 grams in them. But they have different densities because they have different volumes. So the mass is for all these three blocks, but the volume is much different. So lithium is really big. So because it has 10 grams divided by the volume of 19, it gets this density. So this is lighter than water. It would float in water. Remember, water is density of 1 gram per cubic centimeter. And you know lead, if I threw lead in water, it sinks because it has a bigger density. Much bigger density than water. Here's some examples of density, and you can see that gases have a really, well, these are in a different unit, so let's just look at these. These guys are really big compared to water. And then like ice is less than water, so you know ice floats on your drink. And gasoline, if you ever see gasoline in water, it's on the very surface of the water. You see that beautiful colors of gasoline on top of water. So it's very light, less dense. The density of corn oil is less than the density of corn syrup. So which one do you think is on top? The oil is less dense. It's going to float on top of the corn syrup. So if you heat up something, it generally changes the density. If you cool something down, it changes the density. Most times when you heat something up, the volume gets bigger, so it makes the density change. So the density is going to go lower because the volume expanded. So let's try this one. We have a copper penny has a mass of 3.1 grams and a 0.35 cubic centimeters. So we're going to take this number and divide it by this number, and we'll get the density. So mass divided by volume. Mass is the grams, goes there, and the volume goes down there. So you can divide those two, and you'll get your answer. So we get 3.1 divided by 0.35, and how many sig figs did this number have in it? Has 2. How many here? 2. So our answer will have 2 numbers in it. So I'm going to start on the left, and I have 8, and then 8, there's 2 digits, but I have to look at this number. Is this 5 or bigger? Yes. So this makes this number round up. So my answer is going to be 8.9 grams per cubic centimeter. Grams per cubic centimeter. So we have to know how to do this kind of math. So you can also work backwards. Like if you have mass and density, we can go backwards and find volume. So we have to be able to do this math any direction. We're going to always be given 2 numbers, and we have to find the third number. So on this one, we put the Okay, so we have grams and we have density. So we're going to start with the grams, and we're going to change grams and flip the density upside down. We're going to have grams there and the cubic centimeters there. The grams is going to cancel, and we'll come up with cubic centimeters. So sometimes you have to flip your density around to get things to cancel out. And how many sig figs? We have 2 there, 3 there, so our answer can only have 2 numbers in it. Let's try our quiz. So we have mass and volume. If you want to pause the video, see if you can find the right answer. Try it out yourself, because this is on the first quiz, I think. I think density is on the first or second quiz, so we need to know how to do density. Okay, pause and then check, see if you got the right answer. Here's the right answer. There you go. See if you got it. Question 2. Volume. So we're given grams and density, just like that last problem I showed you. See if you can figure out volume. So if you want to pause and try this math, that'd be great. Let's look for sig figs. We have 3 sig figs. 3 sig figs. Our answer has to have 3 numbers in it. So there's 3 numbers. 2. These zeros count because I see a decimal there. Okay, good. Next one, last one. What happens when the temperature increases? What happens to the density? Talked about the volume changing, right? So it decreases because the volume gets bigger. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed density, and it's an important topic. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.